Been on a big pun vibe lately and shit.
I see.
Mm.
I heard Charlemagne is he got some deal with iHeartRadio
I heard about that too.
for like black podcasts. I'm like, well, they got to start looking at us because we got the best on here as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
You know, they definitely need. I could definitely see us on that network he got.
Exactly.
You know,
So is
yep.
it just Charlemagne himself, or just like
It's well, they said it. Charlemagne got the deal with iHeartRadio, and there's like 15 other there's 15 podcasts right now on the network that he started to showcase black podcasts
that's what's up?
with for like movies and music and politics and stuff, relationships. And
Okay.
I'm like they gotta look at our shit because we got the best on here.
Yeah, man. I'm
You
really
know,
trying to push out shit more this
for
year.
real. iHeartRadio need to come to us. We ain't doing what everybody else is doing. You got people
Right.
buying our stuff. I'm like, yo, they gotta look at our stuff because if they got 15 right now, I know they trying to blow that up into a whole bunch of other ones as well. So
Exactly. Yeah, I'm down for that shit, man.
yeah, yep. I don't care if I got to hit up Charlamagne myself. Like, yo,
Yeah,
take a look at our shit, man.
right.
You know,
Hell, if we even send them the large professor beat battle and shit.
right? Yep. I got my list ready. I just got to put it in order.
Oh, okay, bet, bet.
You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Yeah, man. What was I about to say? Yeah, the baby, man. This nigga
Mm-hmm.
tripping already.
What happened with him?
And I said on Facebook, so you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna pay 300,000 just for the same flow and lyrics? I'm good, bro.
Oh Lord, what's wrong with these people, yo?
Like I can like, and besides, this nigga been in the game popping for like 2 years.
Right.
Like, be fucking humble, man. Shit, you
Exactly.
probably. And I like a few of the baby songs,
Mm-hmm.
but not everything. I just don't like his attitude. His cocky ass attitude. I'm like,
These dudes get on. They get on with like one song that's popping, and then they think they like on top of the world.
right.
You know? Can you continuously come out with a hit song?
Because everyone loves that same ass flow, the same ass this.
Mm-hmm.
And even people say if it wasn't for making a stallion, the baby won't even be popping and shit.
Right. Crazy.
Shit, that's why I like fucking what's his name? What's his name? The Griselda family, like J. Cole and shit like that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker who are humble, who like learn the fucking game and not just think that the best thing since sliced bread and shit.
Right. Right. It's crazy. I got a perfect battle idea for verses, and I found out that since Ralph Tresvant has been sleeping with El DeBarge's ex-wife, why not have New Edition versus DeBarge?
That'll be dope. Wait.
That
You said Ralph Transfer sleeping with other boys' ex-wife?
yeah,
Oh wow.
like he left his wife for El DeBarge's ex-wife
Wow.
supposedly. So and he have kids. He had like 4 kids with his ex-wife. So that would be a great battle instead of New Edition battling themselves. Like, I never got that idea in the first place. Or
Stupid.
New Edition battling Boyz II Men. New Edition against the Barge. They got 20 hits. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
would be a great battle. I already suggested it to Timberland and Swizz on Instagram, so hopefully they see the message.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
besides both of them were popping around the same
Right,
time,
right,
82, 83.
right.
Um, that I can actually understand New Edition in the bars.
hmm And I've seen like already like people. under the D'Angelo post saying that he should battle either Maxwell, like we were saying, either Maxwell or Rafael Sadiq, or even Keith Sweat. How you feel about Keith Sweat against D'Angelo?
To be honest, that would actually be a good battle.
Right,
He Sweat and D'Angelo, but
right.
mm,
Two different sounds of R&B. You got the New Jack Swing against Neo Soul.
yeah, that's the
I
thing.
like that. I like that though. Like I told you, D'Angelo could be beat, yo. He could be beat. Maxwell to me is my first choice.
Ah,
Maxwell could
D'Angelo's
take him.
untouchable.
Maxwell could.
I'm telling you, I told Shamar this.
Mhm.
No one cannot touch D'Angelo. I'm sorry.
Maxwell
I
can
love
Maxwell can beat.
Maxwell, but Maxwell's not touching D'Angelo.
Keith Sweat ain't beating D'Angelo.
Well, see, Keith Sweat, like I said, it's two different lanes, but Keith had them
Hmm.
hits though. Because
Yes.
niggas sleep on Keith too.
Rafael Sadiq, that would be a great opponent for him. They part of the
Mm,
same crew, Soul Aquarians. You know.
D'Angelo and Rafael Sadiq.
Yes. And
Um,
and they just got reunited. Tony just came back together. That would be great. Great promotion.
I would not mind.
And then I seen people say in the comments, "Oh, D'Angelo should battle Cisco. Cisco got
Okay,
20.
you know what? You know what?
Cisco got
No,
20 hits. No,
no,
Drew Hill didn't even have 20 hits as a group.
no. Niggas should leave Cisco alone.
And somebody said, what was the other one? It was Cisco and I think it was Joe.
Now
No,
Cisco and Joe make sense.
no, Joe against D'Angelo and Cisco against D'Angelo.
Hell no. I told y'all this last night. Joe is not. I like Joe, but he is not gonna beat
Joe
D'Angelo.
Joe would
No.
beat Cisco. Joe would beat Cisco. I don't
Oh,
even think
Joe
that's a
would
good.
wipe
I
Cisco.
don't even think that's a good matchup.
Joe would wipe Cisco.
Yep.
Y'all motherfuckers think I'm playing. D'Angelo is like the Jesus Christ.
D'Angelo can be beat though.
No, he cannot.
D'Angelo can be beat.
He cannot.
You know what I'm saying? It's D'Angelo and friends. What if he have to battle both Maxwell and Rafael Sadiq? You think he would still win?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Maxwell would beat him. If Rafael don't take him down,
No.
Maxwell could take him down.
D'Angelo gotta play Send It On.
What if he had to face both Rafael, Maxwell, and Keith Sweat? That's hard. That's a three-headed monster right there. I don't think he could beat all three of them.
I don't know, man. I feel like it should be one against one.
Well, if it was one against one, we wouldn't have D'Angelo versus friends. So it's gonna be more than one people coming out. I want to see what if it's gonna be multiple people. How many songs they're gonna do? Because they're not gonna be 20 apiece, right?
That's what I'm confused about. Like, why niggas always want to switch up? If it's not
Cause
broke, don't fix it.
right, I'm like, is this unless he said unless he couldn't pick he couldn't decide who to battle and he just said just bring them all. That could have been on him. Cause like the same people that we talking about, maybe he had all of them in mind and like yo, like I'm gonna battle all of them. You know, because it can't be 20 apiece. That's gonna be like a 4 hour long battle.
Right.
It can't be 20 apiece. If it's gonna be multiple, it's gonna have to be like 5 or 10 apiece. You know, and even that is gonna be long. So it could have been on him. Like he could have been like, oh well, I don't want to. I don't know if I could battle both. You know, just Max, or maybe I want to battle Raphael too, or Musique or something like that. So
That's disrespectful.
you
Hell
know what
no.
I'm saying? He it could have been up to him like yo, like something different, a different concept where I'm battling. It's like a triple threat match. Like I'm battling three different opponents all at once. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, because if the New Edition battle, if New Edition was gonna battle themselves, they battle each other all at once, right? It ain't gonna be like different rounds.
Exactly.
So I want to see how they do this, and it's gonna be at the Apollo. So I'm assuming Tim and Swiss gonna be there, because if it was just gonna be at home, they wouldn't need the Apollo.
I keep telling y'all need to treat D'Angelo with respect. Talking about, oh, he gained weight. Nah, nigga.
I ain't seen him in a couple years, so I don't know what he look like now.
He
Coochie was
lost.
the
He
one.
lost weight, man. He lost weight.
Coogie's the one calling him D'Angelo and shit. Oh man. I'm like, did he gain weight? Cause I haven't seen him. I ain't seen him since the last album. That was what? When that come out? 2012.
Yeah, yeah, 2012, 2014.
Right. You know, he stay out of the limelight. That's funny.
He's the chosen one. I keep
The
telling you, like
chosen one.
he's the chosen
Well,
one.
we gonna see how chosen he is this week. I mean, next week. We gonna see if he's a chosen one of Neo Soul, the LeBron James of Neo Soul.
I was gonna say all that though. I was gonna say all that.
Yeah, because LeBron got the chosen one tattoo across his back, so he had all the hype coming out of high school, and shit. Even though he went on multiple teams to get a ring. Is D'Angelo the golden child of Neo Soul? We gonna find
Yes,
out. We
he
gonna
is.
find out next year. If he got to battle three formidable opponents that we mentioned, that's gonna be hard for him to win. If he got to battle Maxwell, Raphael, and Keith Sweat, I don't see him winning. I do not see him winning. It's gonna be interesting.
You see, and this is the thing about D'Angelo. See, D'Angelo takes his time.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how every album he came out with
Right.
is always either good to very good.
Mm-hmm.
Even Black Messiah.
Right.
As much as I love Raphael Sadiq, I mean he has a very close discography too. But I heard a lot of people are not too fond of some of his solo albums too.
Well, I love Instant Vintage to me is a classic. That's his best one to
Yeah,
me. And the was it the Way I Am or something like that? What's it called? I forgot the name of the album.
that's it. Where
Yeah,
I
that
am.
was a good album. Yes, that was slept on album. He got Jay-Z on that album. you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, one more thing before we start, because I know it's about to be
Yeah.
12 minutes, but I guess they're gonna forget about the Anthony Hamilton Music Social one.
Yeah, they should. I didn't like that matchup. I'm like
Exactly.
I'm more music than Anthony Hamilton, but Anthony Hamilton's a great singer.
Shit, I'm more Anthony than music.
Anthony, does he have a greatest hits album or a compilation or something?
Who?
Anthony,
I don't think so.
I might have to like look up his other hits because I only know one.
To
so
me, like I said, like he's dope. A lot of people fuck with Anthony Hamilton and shit like that. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right,
The Ham Tones, I love the Ham Tones and shit.
okay,
But I'm
yeah,
ready to start whenever you are.
let's go.
All right. What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely day? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
Um, this is kind of like another like surprise pre-recorded. We're gonna talk about Big Pun
Yes,
with Yeah Baby. Okay, you got the album too, so I don't need to show
yes.
it. Okay,
Oh, you
cool.
got the vinyl?
Yeah, it's like it's a clean promo copy.
Oh, dope. I never seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah, man. I was like, you know what? It's clean, but you know what? I'm not able to find this album anywhere, so fuck it.
Right.
Um, so technically, this is a posthumous album. It was released, I want to say 2 months after he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 months after he died on April 4th, 2000, anniversary of Martin Luther King died. Um, and so singles album is known for were It's So Hard and 100%. Producers include Fat Joe, Just Blaze, which I forgot Just Blaze worked with Pun too.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Totally forgot.
Buck Wild, LES, Sean C, DJ Shock, Richard Younglord Fearson, excuse me, Nobody, Dope Producer,
Hmm.
OG, Mahogany, Minnesota, Guy Boogie, KNS, and the Infinite
Architects.
Architects.
Yeah,
Jesus.
they were on the first album.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Guest appearances Prospect, Donnell Jones, Cuban Links, MOP, Tony Sunshine, Remy Martin, which of course y'all should know is Remy Ma,
Yeah.
um, Dragon, and Fat Joe. Alright, so you guys should know who Big Pun is. We've recently done a very dope top 5 Pun songs.
Yeah.
and stuff
Oh,
like that. Check it out on our boys Try's channel.
yeah.
And so after the release of Capital Punishment, he was breaking all these records. He was the first solo Latino rapper to go platinum and whatnot. Capital Punishment was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Rap Album. And the next year, oh, actually, that same year, Fat Joe came out with the Don Cartagena album, where Pun was pretty much writing the majority of that album too. And that's like a very dope album. We recently done a review on that album
Mm-hmm.
last year, that December. We recently done a review on that.
Yeah.
Um, Pretty cool album, pretty dope album. I know a lot of fans say that's like his magnum opus, which I'm not gonna argue, but I'm more of a what's that? I'm Just One's Envy person and shit.
Right.
So fast forward to 1999. Pun was part of the whole Terror Squad, and Terror Squad dropped their debut album, The Album, which I mean, I gotta be cute about. When I first heard the album, I was not a big fan of it, to be real.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just re-listening to it now. Definitely something I gotta talk about one day.
Yeah.
I don't think I've talked about that album, but
No.
yeah. I'm gonna say my thoughts on it. Let me say my thoughts. Like I said, so around this time too, he was kind of struggling with his weight, unfortunately, and he pretty much like when he was working on this album, he was kind of like going through like some breathing problems too and shit. So, and also around that time too, Pun kind of got into some beefs with some rappers and stuff. Like he got into it with Jay Z because I don't know the whole full story about it. Y'all should know Pun whooped Jay Z upside his head with like a champagne bottle or some shit.
Right.
Um, of course, the whole 50 Cent shit. What I want to talk about with this album when 50 dropped the How to Rob joint, and by the time like the early 2000s came and whatnot, he was definitely weighing. I think he was weighed about like almost 600 pounds or some
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Yep.
And what had happened was, his flow on Capital Punishment is not really that much seen on Yeah Baby and stuff like that too. And speaking of Yeah Baby, which I forgot to mention, he really wanted to go a different route than Capital Punishment. Like wanted to have more of like a commercial pop rap kind of route and shit like that. Kind of like how Biggie wanted to do it with the Life After Death and shit.
Right.
Excuse me. Which it's kind of weird though, because I kind of compare Yeah Baby a little bit to Life After Death a little bit. But yeah, man. So unfortunately, y'all should know that Pun died. He died February 7th, 2000.
Yes.
Rest in peace to Big Pun
Yep.
and whatnot. And so 2 months later, that's when the Yeah Baby album came out and shit. So
Right.
um, and it's kind of crazy too because like 2 days before he died, he was supposed to have been on Saturday Night Live with Fat Joe and Jennifer Lopez and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so he suffered a heart attack and stuff. So
Yep.
yeah, man. Sad man. Rest in peace to Big Pun. I mean, and like I said before, he was actually working on this album before he died. It was not like they threw in. They didn't Biggie him. They didn't Tupac him and shit.
Right.
So
See that, and I've heard stories where people said like it wasn't a complete album.
it
Like
was.
oh, it was okay.
It was.
All right.
Yeah, man. It was complete. And the reason why people, I think, because like when the video for "It's So Hard" came out, it was kind of seen as like a tribute video and whatnot. But
Right.
yeah, man. And that's one thing I can really say about Joe and shit like that.
Right.
He didn't really try to like bite off Pun's legacy like Puffy does to Biggie
Right.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Still
Stuff like
doing it.
that. You said what?
He's still doing it.
Yeah,
Puffy.
yeah. I'm gonna say something about that Netflix stuff
Mm-hmm.
trailer after this and stuff
Yeah.
like that because I know a lot of people ask me my thoughts on it, but
Right.
yeah, man. But yeah, like and I know, like there's like controversy between Joe and Pun's wife
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot, but you know, um, it is what it is. I'm going to talk about that when I cross that bridge and shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. The album cover, pretty solid album cover. You can tell it's the 2000s because
You like this album cover though? I felt like the back cover with like the little memorial should have been the album cover to me.
that's what I was going to say too.
You know, I never really cared for the album cover. I mean, it was
Yeah,
okay. I'm like, they got to do better than this. This is Pun's last album.
for real. Like look at like Life After Death, or hell,
Right,
even the Big Picture, which we're gonna talk about this month too.
right.
Like just have like a picture of Pun like in a suit or something.
Exactly, exactly.
I just felt like they put emphasis on the bling because like the early 2000s was like the bling bling
Right.
and everything like that. But
Hmm.
yeah, man. Hell, even the Endangered Species compilation had a better album
Yes.
cover. I would have accepted if they did some shit like that, but
Now, what wasn't that supposed to be the name of this album, Endangered Species?
really,
Yeah, I remember hearing that was supposed to be the actual title for this album, and instead they made that for the greatest hits.
I actually never heard about that.
Okay,
Never heard
maybe it's
about.
just a rumor.
Hold on. I mean, I'm on Wikipedia right now. Let me look up
Yeah.
Endangered Species. Nah.
Okay.
But yeah, man. I don't know why he called it "Yeah, Baby." To keep it real with you,
Right.
I mean, I don't know, but you know
And
what?
he says it on the album, so
True.
like on different like the intro he says it, the outro and stuff. So
Yeah, I guess that was like his new ad lib he was working on and
right,
shit.
right.
I mean, fuck it.
Hmm.
Um, 16 tracks,
Yes.
and mind you, this is the first time I've heard this album since 2012.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I remember when I first heard it, I really was not a big fan of it because I was
Right.
just, I was like, I'm a Capital Punishment dick rider. I don't care what no one says.
Oh
That's
man.
like one of those albums I can listen to front to back without skipping a track.
Right.
Yeah, baby was cool. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, I don't want to say this one,
Okay.
but the creation, the intro, pretty interesting intro and whatnot. It's kind of like has like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of feel to it,
Hmm.
and Pun is like comparing himself to like his influences. Like Coogee Rap, which was like his main influence. Kane. I love when he said Rakim the Master, and then he mentioned like Eddie Murphy.
Hmm.
He mentioned Michael Jackson and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like Pun reintroducing himself to the world and shit. So that's what I think I got from that.
Right. I love the way it starts off. It had like that Frankenstein vibe where he's like the doctor's like creating the monster with thunder rolling and the lightning striking, and you
Yeah.
got like let me throw in my ultimate MC. Let me throw in I'll sprinkle a little dash of Kane and then a little dash of Coogee Rap and then a little dash of Rakim, and then I'll sprinkle in some Eddie Murphy because he a funny motherfucker, like he said, and then I'll sprinkle in Michael Jackson because he has money, and then I'll give him the heart of an Indian, and then the strength of a black man, and the pride of a Spaniard, all make up the Punisher, and I'll call him the Punisher, and that that definitely um describes who Pun was, and he was funny, and he was feared by a lot of people, and he was a savage on the mic, and I think it was a great
Yeah, man.
intro, the creation, and definitely I like innovative intros. Like when you start an album off, that wasn't just like a throwaway intro. Like it's something that you could tell like he thought about, and it was good.
Yeah, definitely a very dope intro. Kind of like speaks volumes now.
Right.
Than when he did like years ago and shit like that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because I have to find a Coogee Rap interview when he was talking about Big Pun and shit like that. I
Right.
think that was a Vlad interview. He
Okay.
did that, which leads us into the next track called "Watch Those." Pretty solid track. I gotta keep it real. I kind of would have preferred "Off with His Head" to be the starter track to keep it real, but
Right.
this is just like vintage pun, braggadocio pun. I'm not really gonna complain too much.
Yeah, I thought it was a dope beat, and the pianos was nice. It had like these rock infused guitars, really a hard track. Pun saying I'm too fast, 400 pounds, but I move ass. Soon as you spoke, I already smoked you with two jabs. And I love the chorus. You gotta watch those jokers who pop those. You know those crusty lips, snot nose, acting rah rah, talking caca. I love that. Great chorus by Pun. Definitely killed it.
They're definitely a dope chorus and shit.
Yeah.
Um, track number three, "Off with His Head," featuring Prospect. Very dope track. One of my all-time favorite Pun songs. To keep it real with you, the beat was produced by Just Blaze, which I forgot Blaze and Pun did some work together and whatnot though.
Right.
And it's a very different beat from Just Blaze
Yeah.
because around this time Blaze was working with Rockefeller, especially was getting ready for the Dynasty album. Well,
Right.
this at the time the Rockefeller compilation
Mm-hmm.
album.
Right.
And his beats will have that soulful kind of vibe. But this beat is more like a atmos. I want it was like a more abstract beat from Just Blaze
Right. Yeah.
with the Latin twist. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely wish they would have recorded some more shit together.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, very dope track and whatnot. Both him and Prospect went in on this track,
Mm.
but of course, Pun is like ate this shit in my opinion.
Right.
Like, I love the line when he says, "Better watch your ass for I pull the choppers out the stash and helicopter your ass about a block and a half." I'm sorry, man. Like the Pun, man. Like even if his flow was not as rapid fire as a Capital Punishment, the punchlines were still there.
Right. And that's interesting. Just thinking about that now, like Pun and Joe had beef with Jay. What did Just Blaze think about like working with Pun and your boss? You got beef with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he had those conversations with Jay. Like yo, like I gotta do a studio session with Pun. You know, like how you feel about that? You know what I mean?
Well, I think around that time he wasn't really heavy into Rockefeller at that time as he would be like in the mid to late 2000s.
Right.
So,
Okay.
and and Jaden didn't even respond to Big Pun, so that should
Right.
tell you something.
Interesting. That would have been a great battle. Pun against Jay. Oh man.
Oh, Pun would have ate. I love Jay, but Pun would have ate Jay.
Hey, Jay lost to me. Jay lost to Nas, so it wouldn't be the first time he lost a battle. You
True.
know. Off with this said that definitely a different type of beat from Just Blaze. I like the pianos has like a real quiet type of haunting melody to it. Nice beat, nice bass line, the horns. And Prospect to me killed it. I thought Prospect was always underrated in the squad, and he said, "Who fucking with Spec? Yo, dog, I'm the youngest to rap. Coming correct, niggas know I'll blow my gun in a sec." Definitely love his flow. Always, I think he killed the first Terror Squad album. Like I said, he's been underrated, and it's unfortunate we never got any album from him. But definitely, I think he stole the show on this track.
Yeah, man. Definitely a very dope track. Like I
Yeah.
feel like Terror Squad, man. They like Cuban Links, Armageddon, man.
Mm-hmm.
They should have blown up, man.
Triple Sace, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
But yeah, that's another story for a different day. Track number four, "It's So Hard," featuring Donnell Jones. Yeah, this was like one of the most notable tracks off this album.
Mm.
Pretty much what I got from this track was like how people might say a lot of shit about Pun, but at the end of the day, he's still himself. He even says it's so hard to be him and stuff like that too. So,
Right.
nice choice for a first single. I'm not gonna lie. The video was pretty cool too. Everyone showing their respect to Pun. Little trivia. The video was also the debut of a then unknown DJ Khaled. Back when he was
Oh wow.
skinny. Yeah, back when he was skinny and shit like
Khaled
that.
was skinny. Wow.
Oh yeah, he was also on. I want to say the "Feeling on Your Booty" R. Kelly video, and yeah,
Was he? Oh shit.
I want to say
Okay.
yeah, back when he was just a DJ.
Oh wow. When he was actually
Let- let-
DJing.
but let me stop. Khaled came a long way. Let me stop.
Mm.
But yeah, it's so hard. Definitely a very dope song and shit.
Man, I remember when this came out and seeing the video for the first time on Rap City, and it was sad, yo. It's like we just lost a legend, and seeing like Angie Martinez in the video, and Fat Joe and Terror Squad, and everybody came out the show, pay homage his wife, and they all dressed up in white with the candles lit, and just a very sad moment, and having like a underrated singer with like Donald Jones on the chorus, that was great. I'm like,
Yes.
man, they did it again, like just like you did with Still Not a Player with Joe, and we get Donald Jones in this one, and Pun not even here to see it, man, do successful in it. It was just crazy, but I love the song, and the beat was nice, and Pun saying things like, almost came home with a Grammy next year, bringing home three for the family. Love that, and the chorus is so hard. Niggas wanna be like Pun, but they won't bust they guns. I love that. Love Donna Jones killed that chorus, and it's just a great track. Just a bittersweet moment for hip hop.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I can definitely only imagine and shit like that.
Yeah,
Definitely a very, very, very dope song. Like it's a huge loss for hip hop, especially like a talent like Puns and shit.
right,
But next track we got is called "We Don't Care" featuring Cuban Links. Man, another pretty dope song right here. Pretty much I kind of consider like a sequel to "It's So Hard," it's talking about we don't care.
right.
What I think about "We Don't Care" is like just like don't care about what people think about them. They're out here hustling, they're out here doing their thing or whatnot. Yeah, very dope track. Cuban Links definitely did his thing on that song.
I didn't care for this song. I
Oh
didn't like
wow.
the. I love Cuban Link, and I've heard Cuban Link on better songs. I think it's the beat. I didn't care for the beat. I just thought the beat could have been better. But Cuban Link is always he's another underrated lyricist, and it's a shame that his career didn't blow up the way it should have been. But I don't know. I just the beat didn't get me.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be real with you right now. You will be surprised by my favorite song on this album. So
Okay.
mhm. Now, New York Giants with MOP. Man, MOP was just on fire the late '90s, early 2000s. Man, they were
Yep.
appearing on everybody's shit.
Mhm.
Um, very very dope song. Pun and MOP definitely doing their thing and shit like that. Um, I definitely love Billy's verse when he says Satan's got my mind, my body, and my soul. Oh, I don't
Yes.
blame you. You switched your game plan when he found out your main man was named Dan's. Nigga, I'm filled with anger. You fucking with the hood soldier. Cope with your life is in like,
Mm.
damn, man.
Crazy.
It's a crime up to this point. We have not done no MOP reviews.
Yes, we gotta do
It's
that.
a crime up to this
Definitely
point.
got to do that.
And I wanted to like actually get a few physicals, but you know what? I
Same.
might just say whatever happens, happens. 'Cause a lot of the albums around my way are kind of hard to come by or
Right.
expensive.
Same.
I mean, I've seen the Warriors in stores, which I love Warriors, but
Mhm.
I'm more of a fan like the finest, the first two albums especially,
Yeah.
the To the Death and the Firing Squad album.
Mhm.
Those albums were just
Yeah.
raw East Coast. Like not a lot of East Coast rappers at that time were capturing that raw energy MOP had.
I agree.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Wu Tang, I love Onyx, I love Boot Camp, but MOP, I mean, listen to Stick to Your Guns,
Mhm.
Firing Squad,
Fire.
um, the shit that they did with Jay Z with the sample, the Rocky beat.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
Alarm Blaze.
yeah, For Long Way,
That
thank
joint.
you.
Yes.
Fire, man. Like some of the greatest hip hop at that
Mhm.
time.
I agree. Yep. Yeah, this was definitely a great collab. Like I remember hearing this before the album came out. Like the college radio stations was playing this song first, and but at the time they were playing it, but they wasn't. They didn't tell you like what the title was. I didn't have no idea what it was called. I just remember hearing MOP and Big Pun again. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be on the new album, and man, like those horns and that beat, it just sounded real grimy, really sinister. Something that MOP is accustomed to doing, and having Pun on there, he killed it. And he said, my squad get busy. If you try to diss me, clock the glizzy. You give you a back into Pac and Biggie. And then the chorus like violence, form their alliance, South Bronx, Brooklyn, Papa, New York Giants, leave them brainless, hit them with the stainless. It's the world famous. I love that. They killed it, and MOP is severely slept on. We definitely got to discuss their discography. And this is a classic collab to me. I love this song.
Yes, sir. Track number 7, My Dick, featuring Tony Sunshine. Believe it or not, this is actually my favorite song off this album.
Yes, love it
Yeah,
too.
this kind of carries the R&B vein of Punish Me.
Hmm. I like
Yeah,
this one better though.
yeah. Believe it or not, I kind of like this one better too. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna front.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna front. I'm Punish Me is still a masterpiece.
Right.
It's still. Oh, you agree?
No,
Oh,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Right.
let me stop. Let me
Mm,
stop. But Punish Me
mm,
is still a masterpiece. But one thing I
right.
liked about this song, and this is like one thing I like to do in my music too,
Mm,
be vulgar, but at the same time have like a radio friendly message to it. Like
right.
I can't imagine this song being a single
Mm,
because they'll probably shorten it to like either My D
yeah.
or whatever. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like that quintessential pun and stuff. Like this was like what Biggie did for Player Hater in a way.
Hmm.
This is what he did for My Dick, which I kind of like this more than Player Hater too. So
Right.
I mean, the Tony Sunshine nigga, like very smooth R&B. Like this nigga was singing,
Hmm.
like he was singing and
He
shit
was
like that.
singing.
I love when Pun said, "Use a nasty fuck, making a song talking about your nuts. Don't want nobody on my dick. Less
Hmm.
about to bust. You doubted us because we weren't tearing up the streets." I mean, pretty
Yeah.
much like mocking motherfuckers who are on his dick, mocking motherfuckers who want to steal his flow and whatnot.
Right. Right.
Very dope track to me. One of my all-time favorite Pun songs.
Yeah.
I wish this was a single on some real
Yeah.
shit. I
It should
wish
have been.
this was more well known, but fuck it.
Yeah. That's one of those album cuts that people love, and it's not a real single. And I remember hearing it for the first time. I thought it was like this is a skit or something. It can't be real. I'm like, there's no way in hell Pun would get away with this song, and it's a dope song, and just having like Tony Sunshine is underrated singer, and um it was dope the beat and the bass line, the scratch on it, and the way that Tony Sunshine was singing, I like the way he was singing the lyrics, and they I forgot the name of the group, but they had a song called Too Hype, and he sang it like that, exactly how they sang, how they did on that song, and I loved it. Get off my dick, my dick, my dick, my dick. I love that whole chorus and the way that Tony Sunshine flipped it. So definitely one
Yeah,
of my favorites on this album.
yeah, very dope track.
Yeah.
Um, Track number 8, Leatherface. This was another dope track off this album. Um, Loved it. Another usage of the Rocky theme. Rocky 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And pretty much what I got from this is like him, taking the nickname Leatherface, which that was like the bad guy from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies and whatnot. So
Right.
yeah, man, very solid joint right here. I like it.
Yeah, definitely love this song. Again, another hard track. The beat has a real sinister melody. I love the chorus. That's what you came for, surgery with the chainsaw. That's that whole DMX reference.
Yeah,
When the DMX had it on his song, and Pun saying, "Why should I even consider your crew? Shit on your crew. Get rid of your crew. What I'm fitting to do, I split you into fire." Great lines by Pun, and I like his flow on here. Definitely a solid cut on here.
yeah, very solid joint. Um, Track number 9, Air Pun. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, this nigga Pun is a fucking savage, man. Pretty much, he's in the Pun sleeping, farting, and burping, and motherfuckers trying to wake him up and stuff
Hmm.
like that. He's not weak. Again, only shit that Pun would do.
Yeah,
So I liked it. It's a funny
yeah,
skit.
yeah. I like the skit, and he's sleeping on the plane. I guess the plane was heading to Puerto Rico, and he's snoring, and he's on a commercial jet with all these, you can hear babies crying in the background, and there's a woman speaking in Spanish. I don't even know what she's saying, and then you hear the flight attendant Edie Chacon, and she's on there, and she's like, telling the passengers to buck, strap into their seatbelts. They're about to land Air Goya of all planes, and I thought it was funny. It was like a great segue into the next song.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely hear what you're saying.
yeah,
Speaking of next one, track number 10, 100%. This was a cool track right here. This is like one of his most known songs, if you ask me.
right.
Um, Again, Tony Sunshine's on the chorus.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I guess that was like the Terror Squad version of Nate Dogg, if you ask me.
Right. Oh Lord.
Oh man, but yeah, the very very cool track.
I love this song and the way it starts up with the flute. I love that little melody, that's Latin melody, and it has like a real Latin salsa vibe to it, and with the congos and the whole beat and everything about it just screams Puerto Rico and it was, I think it was like a great homage to that Pun was saluting his country, his homeland of Puerto Rico, and the Latin community, and I love the video, and it would have been great if he was actually in the video. That would have been great, and definitely this was a big hit when it came out, and they played it at the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and again Tony Sunshine killed it on the chorus, and I like the fact that he spoke, like when he's singing in the chorus, it was one half was Spanish and the other half was English, and he's singing the English part, and and we don't stop, we always will make it, even though you play you hate it, we still gonna make it to the top. I love that part, and he definitely a great song by Pun.
Right, definitely. I see what you're saying and shit.
Yeah,
Track number 11, Wrong Ones. Um, yeah, this was another beat produced with Just Blaze and stuff like that.
right.
There's an interesting story behind this track though.
Hmm.
One of Just Blaze's friends, hold on, let me pull up my notes real quick. Sunkiss, he was pretty much talking to Just Blaze, and Sunkiss was telling Blaze that he was friends with Pun and
Right.
stuff like that, and so Pun was saying that he wanted to be from Just Blaze, and so he played him the wrong one's beat, and Pun was like, "Yeah, let me get that beat."
Hmm.
And next thing you know, it later on that night, he came to his crib and he recorded the track. And Just Blaze even said that Pun helped him build his first studio too.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So yeah, this track right here was pretty dope. I loved Pun's verse when he was talking about cannibalism is living in my metabolism, giving them spasm and aneurysm at baby baptisms. That's all for my thug thinking about drinking your blood. Puerto Ricans love flooded rugs, bloody and bloated mugs, like very hot joint. Sunkiss did his thing on this joint too, so yeah, very hot joint.
This song to me, it gave me like a horrorcore vibe to it. Like
I
the
see what you're saying.
whole, it was again like a really haunting melody. You got like the choir haunting chants in the background, and the beat was dope, and the scratching on it, the bass line, and it sounded like a Swiss Beats throwback from the '90s. It didn't even sound like a Just Blaze track. I thought Swiss Beats had did it. You know,
Yeah, I thought like Swiss Beats or one of the Terror Squad affiliates did this too. So
yeah, it had that Swiss Beats vibe to it. Like this is like that beat I could hear DMX on, and Pun saying, never mind. I do that often as an orphan. Bust out my coffin. I'm a living abortion. Metal the devil, indebted as demons. Shredded the beings. The beings there's different of devils of hell still screaming. Just a dope wordplay by Pun on this. A great flow. Sunkiss did his thing as well. That definitely a solid album cut on here.
yeah, I see what you're saying. Um, Track number 12, "Laughing at You" featuring Tony Sunshine. Eh, this was probably my least favorite track off this album, to keep it a buck with you.
Right.
I don't know. It just did not really hit me. I mean, I like Tony Sunshine, but it was alright. But
Right.
it did have a dope play on with the Biggie's Juicy track, which I did like. So
Right.
it counts for something.
I love this song. Again, like I thought it was a parody song, like my dick, and I was like, like Pun is really pushing his comedic limits on this album, and he's showing more of his personality on this one, and I still think it was dope. Like I love the beat, and the bass line on here, and Tony Sunshine on the chorus. I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you now. You told me I was ugly. I was scared to crack a smile. And and this the whole when Pun comes in, 600 bands, 20-inch rims, house on the hill, hitting mad skins, ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that they going back and forth, I love, and like the whole concept of the song of like you laughed at me when I wasn't shit, and now that I'm on top, I'm the last one laughing, and I love that. I love the track, and Pun saying now it's my world. I demand my respect. Give me your girl or get slammed in your neck. Ain't nothing changed. I'm still humble and modest. I came straight from the projects. Love that song. The song they actually sample don't you forget about me now. That's from the Breakfast Club
Yeah,
movie. I forgot the artist. I should have wrote it down. But that was a big hit for that movie back in the 80s as well. So
I need that soundtrack.
classic movie. Yeah, right. That's one of my favorite movies ever. So
Yeah, we have to
yeah,
talk about that, man.
yes, definitely classic movie. And
For
yeah, I
real.
love I
Yo,
love the song. Yeah.
low key, The Breakfast Club, man. That's probably one of John Hughes' best movies and shit.
Yes, definitely. I'm a fan of a lot of his movies. I've noticed that like a lot of his stuff from the 80s were classic. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I felt like the last great one. This I could be wrong, but I think the
Hmm.
last great one was like Home Alone 2.
Yes. Home Alone 2, great.
Yeah.
Definitely.
After Home Alone 2, he kind
Yeah.
of fell off to me.
Yeah. I would have to check to see what else he's done. I'm probably saw all of his other stuff as well.
Like anything with Molly Wingwald in the 80s, he's done.
Oh yeah, 16
Yeah,
Candles
16
and Pretty in
Candles.
Pink. Yes,
Yep.
definitely.
Yeah, man. Dope
You
actress
know.
too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Shit. Yeah, we got like y'all might
Yeah.
think we listen to watch hood movies 24/7. I know my shit
Nope.
about John Hughes, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I like I said like when it come to hood movies, I like the ones with a story, not just it just there just to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Right, these like
You
gas
know.
station hood movies.
Right. Like it's a hood film, so watch it because you're black. Like no,
Right.
it has to be good. You know.
That's the thing. Gas station hood movies, man.
Right. Yeah. For real. That's definitely a thing.
Oh shit.
Dollar Tree hood films.
Like niggas be trying to live that Dollar Tree hood movie
Right.
life.
Right. Or who's in this again? Bokeem Woodbine and Tank. I didn't know they did a hood film together.
He said,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's in a lot of crap too though. Bokeem Woodbine came a long way.
like,
You know what I
wow,
mean?
like, how can you go from Jason's lyric and Ray and you do all this shit?
Exactly. He been in Spider-Man films and all that.
Niggas call him the bad boy version of Dave Chappelle.
So Lord, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Yep.
This ain't no weed, Ray. Boy.
Oh Lord. This man been in M Night Shyamalan films. He's been in Strapped. He's been in Jason's Lyric. He's done all kind of stuff. L.A. Not L.A. Uh, 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 uh what's the shit? What's the thing? Um, Law and Order. You know what I'm saying? He's been in all kind
Yeah.
of stuff. New York Undercover. You
Man,
know,
who wasn't on New York
for
Undercover?
real, right? Oh God, crazy.
Yeah. Um, Track number 13, nigga shit.
Yeah,
This is like a 2 minute song, like 1 minute 45, whatever.
yeah,
Pretty much what I got from this track, he's pretty much talking about like African American stereotypes
right.
in this track right here, and it's pretty much like I said, just like my dick. It's kind of like a parody track.
Yeah.
Like when he says like that nigga shit smoking weed with my mom, that nigga
Hmm.
shit slinging D and heroin,
Right.
that nigga shit no love for the cops and shit. Which I saw what he was trying to do with it,
Right.
but at the same time, it's just like I pretty much feel it's all universe because not a lot of niggas do heroin that I know. I'm I'm just gonna be real with you,
Right. I don't know any.
right? That like trust me, I don't want to ever do heroin or
Right.
coke or whatever and shit like
Hmm.
that, but I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like
Hmm.
I know more Hispanics that hate cops just as much as blacks.
Right.
Shit, I know more white people that beat on their
Hmm.
a significant other and shit. I mean,
Hmm. Yep. For real.
like I feel like a lot, and I've seen a lot of people in the comments kind of
Mm.
Had mixed feelings about this track too, which
Hmm.
this was produced by Buck Wild, by the way, too.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah. So I kind of feel like it's more universal than just African
Yeah.
American stereotypes. To keep it real with you, I just
Right.
feel like that. That's just what I have to say.
I think it's it could be a stereotype, but like our people would understand what he's
Yeah.
saying. So it's like a term of endearment to our people. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
you know, when he's saying like getting his dick sucked with his pops, I'm like, what? I don't know what black person is getting their dick sucked with their pops. I'm like, I don't know anybody. That might be a Spanish thing. I don't know anybody that's doing that.
Come
You
on, son.
know?
Suck some dick with your dad.
Yeah, I'm like, what y'all hiring hookers? Like, what's going on here? Because it can't, you can't be sharing the same girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yo.
like, that just was crazy. I'm like, I don't know about that line. And when he says that nigga shit, yellow tape and white sheets, that nigga shit, whipping my kid's ass in the streets. A lot of black people can relate to that. And I've seen kids get their asses whipped at the mall and all that. So I definitely,
Hell yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We definitely could relate to that. And you know, hot sauce on fried chicken. I definitely could understand that because when we order the ghetto Chinese with the chicken wings and French fries, we get put hot sauce on that before anything else. That's a nigga thing. So yeah,
Hell
this should
yeah.
have been a whole song to me instead of like
It
a
should have
skit.
been.
Yeah, this would have been fire, definitely.
Yo. That sucking dick with your pops line. That's just
Yeah, I'm
that.
like, what?
That's just as crazy as you look so good off sucking your daddy's dick.
Right. I'm like, I've never had a pops in my life. Number one, and number two, if I did, I'm damn sure not getting my dick sucked with my pops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck is
Have my
that?
dad critique me and shit like that,
Right.
talking about.
So basically, y'all hiring a hooker, and she slobbing both of y'all off because that you're not sharing your girlfriend with your pops. You know. I'm like, that's some other shit, pun.
All right. So next track. Um, Miss Martin,
Yeah.
pretty much a Remy Ma solo vibe. Pretty fire joint right here, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Remy ate this like before she went to prison. Man, Remy was a problem. I'm just gonna keep it a
Hmm.
buck with y'all.
Right.
I'm just gonna give it a buck with y'all. Like I know y'all like this all the way up or whatever. I
Right.
know y'all like the Sheetha, but let me tell you,
Hmm.
Remy at that time was a problem. I'm just gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
real.
Definitely.
Like when she had lines like a pregnant bitch talks shit, I'ma destroy her fetus. Her
Mm.
dead baby popped this pussy and this boy can't beat us.
Fire.
Straight strong arm and bombarded and beguarded. Remy don't write her own rhymes, nigga. I beg your pardon. What?
Mm. Mm.
Get the fuck out of here.
Crazy.
Like I said, if she would have never went to
Yes.
prison,
She still should. I think she need to be making albums again.
I agree.
You know, cause she still got it.
She's still living off that Sheetha shit. Like, come on,
Yeah.
girl.
I'm like, come on.
Like,
Like
come
you
on,
out
baby.
already. Like this is what we've been waiting for you to come out since you went in prison. I'm like, she ain't really come out with an album again. Like she needed to drop some shit.
Because then the Cardis came out, and then the Megans came
Right.
out, and shit. Like,
And that's why she would be perfect now. You got Rhapsody out here doing her thing. You got Shane Noah doing her thing. We need a new Remy album.
but forget Melanie Caesar and shit.
Right. Right. Amani, like no more collab albums with Fat Joe. We need a straight brand new Remy album.
Give me some
You know what I'm
bangers.
saying? Yes. With some DRTC production, Buck Wild and Lord Finesse, Diamond D.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get Cuban Link on there. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I thought she killed this track. Like this was a standout track, and you only got Pun on the chorus. You know, I love what Remy killed it and Pun killed it. You know, where my girl at? Quick to bust the Mac. Better believe that always got my back. I love that. Love that song. Definitely one of the best Remy Martin songs ever. You know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying? She needs to drop some new music for sure.
I agree. Um, Track number 15, My Turn. This track right here, My Turn, My Turn. This was a response to 50 Cent's How to Rob,
Right.
because 50 came out with that how to rob shit, talking shit about everybody.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people responded to him from Jay Z to Wyclef. So now it was pun's turn. No pun intended. What? Oh
Mm-hmm.
shit. um, he had lines like what was that line where he says, "I think two hand touch means tackle the bitch. I rap for the chips, but I'm truly assassin. 400 pounds, 6 feet tall, brutally handsome. That's the pro got beef upon you got to go." And then when he said, "And to the 50 Cent rapper, very funny, get your nut off, cause in real life you don't know, I'll blow your motherfucking head off and shit."
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, very, 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 very dope track right here. Like, it's ironic how Joe and 50 end up beefing years later and shit like that.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man.
I love the fact that pun went at 50. Like he wasn't afraid of him when a lot of people
Exactly.
didn't respond to 50 in the first place, and Pun was like, "Fuck that, I'm going at him," and he would have beaten 50 lyrically. I thought
Oh,
he's way better than 50 lyrically.
of course.
You know what I mean? And I love the beat. Down, 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 down. Hey, yo, it's my turn. I demand my respect. Give me my burn or get slammed in your neck. I love that. And he said, "You just a small fry, fucking with the fall guy. Big pun, the honorable, all rise, fire, fire." One of my favorite songs on this album.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah,
And then you got "You Was Wrong" featuring Dragon, Fat Joe, and Remy Martin.
yeah.
It's kind of crazy how for Joe appeared on the last track off this album and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
was a dope posse cut right here. Pretty much started off with Dragon, and then you had Big Pun on the second verse and stuff like that, where he did his thing.
Right.
Fat Joe comes in and stuff. And this was like or he was entering the Jealous One Still Envy era and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And then
Right.
he had Remy end it off and whatnot. Again, I feel like Remy killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it real with you. But like I said, they all did their thing. So yeah, and this was a nice way to end off this album. Kind of like a bittersweet way and shit, cause
Right.
like we'll never see like a full Terror Squad
Mm-hmm.
reunion like that, unfortunately.
Right. I love this song. They saved the best for last with Fat Joe. I thought he stole the track. Dragon was good. I liked his verse. Remy killed it. Really nice beat, nice sinister piano chords. Fat Joe saying, "You niggas is so whack trying to compete. I blind you with heat. I'm the reason crime on the streets. I die for my peeps. Keep an open eye when I sleep. Let you slide when I could have put five in your Jeep. Who's liver than me? I ain't know you really wanted. I'm the Christ. Niggas beg for their life when they see me coming. Fire, fire. This is still Fat Joe in his bag lyrically. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he's even a shell of himself right now, but back then he definitely did his thing on this track, man. I love it.
Yeah, very very dope track. So overall, I'm just gonna be real with you. When I first heard this album, I did not like it because I just felt like it was mostly due to the production.
Right.
Well, I read yeah, I know he wanted to do a pop approach, but I was like more of like a Captain Punch with Dick Rider
Yeah.
and whatnot, and it was just like I can tell he was trying to go for that radio play. But then when I re-listened to it, I'm not gonna lie, I might put it on the same level as Capital Punishment. I'm some real shit
Right. Right.
because I felt like this was Pun really maturing with his style. Like unfortunately, unfortunately with what he was going through at that time, it
Right.
didn't really stop it. It just showed how much of a hardworking MC that he really was. He had Pun showing more of like his comedic side more and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Whereas with Capital Punishment, he did have a few like comedic punchlines, but I felt like he was more focused on like being lyrical. Where this one, he was focused on the artistic side of him.
Right.
Um, Definitely love the fact that most of the guest appearances was like Terror Squad affiliates like Tony
Right.
Sunshine and Remy
Right.
and Cuban Links. With that's something I kind of picked up on after re-listening to the album because
Hmm.
Capital Punishment. You had hella niggas on that shit, but I
Yeah.
liked how Pun kept it in house with this, which to
Hmm.
me is another essential reason why this album should be special and shit. So
Right.
if I was to pick a gripe, it would probably be like I kind of felt like maybe the what's that track? The Laughing at You track.
Hmm.
could have been left off in my personal opinion, but
Right,
overall, this is a very dope album, and I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5 because I feel like I slept on this album for way too long, and
right,
this is a nice way to end out Pun's legacy. So rest in peace, Big Pun. Thank you for the music you left us at such a short time and shit.
right. It's definitely like different from the first album, and he had a lot of features from Miss Jones and Inspector Deck, Prodigy, Busta Rhymes. A lot of people on that one. This one it was more in house, and Pun was loyal to Terror Squad. I think that was the beef after he passed away. Like Fat Joe started acting different to like Cuban Link and Triple Six and them, and those were Pun's peoples that he brought to Terror Squad, and he was loyal to them. And I feel like that's what he showed on this album. Like he was loyal to those men. We didn't see Triple Six on this album. That's the one member that wasn't on here.
Right.
I noticed that. Like we heard from Prospect, we heard from Cuban Link. Remy got her own track and she's on the collab, the last track with them, and Fat Joe's on it. But we didn't hear from Armageddon. We didn't hear from Triple Six. So
Well,
that
if I'm not
was
mistaken, I think they were having their problems with Joe around that time, but I could be wrong.
oh okay. So this would be so before Pun died, they were already having their problems then,
Yeah, I could. Yeah, that's what, from what I looked up and shit.
right? Yeah, cause I remember when they split up, like people were saying like, well, Joe wasn't really messing with them anyway. He only messed with them because Pun bought them
Exactly.
in the squad or whatever. And that's very telling. So that probably has something to do with why Armageddon is missing and on here in Triple Six. And then they introduced Tony Sunshine on here, and I thought he was gonna blow up too. And then he had that falling out with Fat Joe, and I'm wondering if those two collabs with Tony Sunshine on here, My Dick and Laughing at You was supposed to be for his album.
That's a good question.
Because his album never dropped, and I remember when he was dropping those little singles, and the buzz was crazy for him too. You know. But it's definitely a solid album. I love the production, from Just Blaze and Buck Wild and the Architects, and you know the songs like New York Giants with MOP, and It's So Hard with Donald Jones, and 100% one of my favorites on here. Even the nigga shit skit, I love that one, and they're definitely a solid album. I definitely would give it a solid 4.5. It's not a classic to me. It's not like the first one. I think like the first album had stronger songs on it,
Yeah,
but definitely a solid album, and it still went multi platinum.
exactly.
And I think it would have went multi platinum even if Pun didn't die.
Of course.
So yeah, definitely a solid sophomore album.
Hmm. Yeah, man. So glad we talked about this.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna talk about a little bit about the endangered species compilation because
Right.
there's like a one song I want to talk about, the How We Roll track,
Yeah.
which at that time it featured a then up and coming Ashanti
Right.
on a chorus and outro and stuff like that. Which that track was okay, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Not really one of my favorites.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, man. And one thing I have to respect about the endangered species, they actually put the songs he was actually in
Yeah.
well next to what fucking Snakey Diddy did, where he
Hmm.
tried to take songs from fucking
Right.
well known Biggie tracks and mixing them with new beats,
Exactly.
throwing these guests in. It's like, come on, man.
And this unreleased songs too on that on Endangered Species. So what were those supposed to be on this album?
Well, see, the Howie Road track that was recorded in '98.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay. So, but it never made Capital Punishment.
right. Nah,
Oh,
cause a
okay.
lot of the tracks on the Endangered Species was like capital punishment sessions and shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. Like Mama and Brave in the Heart and all that.
I want to say Mama was maybe Yeah Baby.
Okay.
I could be like I
Interesting.
could be wrong. I know
Wow.
possibly My World could have been '98, like Capital Punishment.
Right. Wow.
But like I said, it's been years since I checked out the Endangered Species.
Right.
But yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna end off the video in a couple of minutes. I just want to make a few announcements. So this March, I'm planning on every Thursday of March talking about an Ultramagnetic MC album.
Dope.
Yeah, man.
I never listened to their stuff either. Like I was always like aware of them, but I totally slept on that group. So
Really?
yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know none of their stuff. So that would be interesting to definitely cover.
Well, I can't lie because I listened to this stuff like as early as 2013, so it's an
Right.
interesting story, which I'm gonna say.
Okay.
But yeah, because originally I was going to start off the year with Ultramagnetic MCs, but
Right.
I decided to do LL Cool J's shitty discography called Mr. Fifth. I just wanted to challenge myself.
Oh Lord, that is a
So
challenge.
yeah, man. So like I said, I'm just going to dedicate that March for that.
Right.
Um, the Jimmy Jam and Taylor Lewis beat battle is going to be tonight because I'm going to drop this on Thursday.
Right.
It's going to be tonight at seven
Okay.
o'clock.
Cool.
Um, I really cannot wait for that shit, low
Yeah.
key. Yeah, all my Minneapolis better stand up for this one.
Oh yeah.
Um, appreciate all the love that we got for the Large Professor beat battle. Appreciate all the love.
That was good.
Also appreciate all the love that we got for the Luther Vandross
That was good.
breakdown, part one.
Yes.
Stay tuned for part two. What else? What else? Yeah, appreciate all the love for the Daytona review. Yeah, make sure y'all check that out.
You
Um,
doing that by yourself or no?
no, it's gonna be on
Oh,
Wednesday, but like I'm dropping this on Thursday. It's gonna be a pre-recorded shit, so you know how
okay.
to.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, this Black History Month, man, it's crazy as hell.
Yes. Definitely.
Gorilla Glue Girl got an agent now, so
So Lord, are you serious? You got an agent? An
she
agent?
she got an agent.
Wow. To do what? Don't tell me she's getting her own reality show.
I won't be
Are you
surprised.
serious? So she knew exactly what she was doing.
Stupid girl.
She knew what she was doing. She wanted her own reality show, and social media is gonna eat it up because it's stupid kids watching this stuff.
Right. Don't try
That's
this at home,
crazy.
kids.
Exactly. You always saw the dude uh, uh plaster his lip against the red cup and he couldn't get it off. Idiot.
Looking like Daffy Duck and shit.
Oh man, this generation is crazy, man.
Stupid, man.
Yep.
Oh my god, like in the words of Scar from The Lion King, I'm surrounded by idiots.
The Lion King reference. Oh my god.
I'm surrounded by
Mm.
yeah. You know the world's in panic when you have to reference
Right.
Scar and
The Lion King.
shit.
Oh Lord.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Mm. It's like certain days I wake up, I just be like, you know what?
Mm.
Some days I just feel like I'm Squidward right now. You just don't want to be bothered by all this Marvel.
Mm.
Because as a kid, you just like, oh, why can't Squidward just play with SpongeBob? But when you
Right.
grow up, it's like, damn, SpongeBob, can't you leave
Mm.
Squidward alone and shit?
Oh Lord.
Oh, damn, man. Like walking around with no shirt on, you just walking around in them tight ass pants and shit.
Oh man.
Hanging out with a motherfucker who always walks on his underwear.
Uh,
It's like, damn, you should be knocking boots with Sandy.
oh God. Lord.
Should be knocking boots with Pearl. Oh
Mm-mm-mm.
shit. Mm.
Yeah.
And that show is still going on after like 20 years and shit.
Yeah. Still
Crazy.
going strong. People still love their
For
SpongeBob.
real. That's like Nickelodeon's cash cow.
Man, it's crazy.
It's like out of all the Nicktoons that lasted this long, it'll be
Right.
SpongeBob.
The shit. They give the turtles that same love, yo.
You said what?
The turtles. Give the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that same love.
Right. They've been going on since like the 80s, right?
The '80s, right? But it's like they always sound every few years. It's a new incarnation of them. Now they got the now they got the one lasting surviving turtle. All the other three got killed off. There's like one surviving turtle.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans, but
Hmm.
I'm more of a fan of the classic
Yeah.
animated series.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and a little bit of when they try to make it more dark.
Yeah.
But my issue is they try to do so much different things with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is it? It's like, what the fuck they're gonna do next? Like, one
Right.
minute they're a crime fighter, one next minute they're like
Hmm.
going through some curse. I'm just like, what
Yeah.
the, like, leave them like that's comedic
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't see nothing. Even like with Scooby Doo, they're trying to do this whole Velma. They're trying to have a Velma
Right. A
series and
spinoff.
shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I heard about that.
Why Velma?
I don't know. I mean,
Give me
if,
Daffy and
if
shit.
you, but if you have Daphne, then you got to include Fred.
Oh,
You know,
why?
I'm pretty sure that's in the works too, because I have a feeling if the Velma spinoff do is successful, they're gonna do one for Fred or Daphne or maybe both of them.
Right.
You know.
Oh, what I was originally going to talk about, the
Mm,
fucking Biggie documentary.
right.
I've been hearing so much hype, and
Hmm.
I'm just like, have y'all ever watched a documentary of Biggie before?
Exactly. What's so different with this one?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like niggas, and it's just because it's on Netflix. Like,
Hmm.
but and that's one thing about I have to say about these. I love Biggie. I love
Hmm.
Tupac.
Right.
But not every damn documentary got to be about them when it comes to hip hop.
Exactly.
Hell, even I'm gonna throw NWA in there
Hmm.
too.
Hmm. I
Like,
agree.
give me a documentary about the native tongues.
Exactly.
Like, give me
That's
a
what's needed.
documentary about fucking Gangstar. I know
Yeah.
they claim they were working on one, but it's been years and shit. Like, what the fuck?
And Big L too. They were supposed to come out with a Big L one.
Right, man.
You know.
Hell, I don't mind seeing the Jay Z documentary.
Right.
I know they had one years ago, but it was like
Right.
an unauthorized, which I
Yeah.
didn't want to watch that unauthorized bullshit.
Yeah. And they were talking crap about him in the documentary. So
Right.
you know.
Like, what is different? Like
Right.
about this Biggie. I want to know what is going to be different.
I
Is it
saw
going
the
to be the same
trailer.
puffy?
I literally saw the trailer like an hour before we came on, and it's all like home video footage of him. So I don't know if Puffy had the home video footage or what, but somebody had the home video footage of all this stuff with Biggie. You know, it looked like he was in Cali too at the time when he died, and now it's a documentary.
Wow,
So I
wow,
guess that's the
bro,
only bit. That's the only like difference is like there's gonna be showing like home video of Biggie.
wow.
You know.
We're gonna watch some VCRs and shit. That's basically a documentary.
Uh,
Do you know how many fucking documentaries are made about Tupac and Biggie up to this
right,
point?
right. I saw a lot of them.
Right. To me, the A&E documentary, that's
Mm,
pretty much the best Biggie documentary I've seen.
right. I would
Like
agree.
I feel like they should just end it like right there. Like you don't
Hmm.
see documentaries made hell about Wu Tang and shit because they literally
Exactly.
make a couple Wu Tang documentaries, but of Mics and Men, they should
Hmm.
just leave it right there.
Yes, exactly. The best one.
Right, leave it right there.
Yep. What is gonna be so different with his Netflix one? I'm like, okay, so after this one is gonna be another one. You
Like play
know?
some other. I know Biggie had to do
Of
a
course
lot
he
more
did.
songs.
Of course. Puffy got all that in the stash.
Exactly.
You know? I'm like, unless they're telling who the killer is, I don't care to even see another Biggie and Pac documentary because we've seen a whole bunch of them.
Right. Like the Death Row documentary for BT.
Right. That was
At
good.
first, I was not a fan of it, but I watched it and I
Yeah.
learned some shit I never knew about Death Row. To
Yeah, that
me,
was good.
that's the best Death Row documentary. They should
I
just
agree.
end it right there.
Yes. I agree.
I never seen the Defiant ones though. I have to watch that
That
one.
was good too. But that was mostly about Interscope and how Jimmy Iovine, rose to fame with that label. And then later on they talked about him signing Dre and with Shug and all that. But that was mostly about the label in itself.
Oh, okay.
But you got Dre on there, Eminem is talking about when he signed with them and all that.
Yeah, I saw that one clip where Dre was
Hmm.
remixing Marvin Gaye's "I Want You." That was
Yes,
sick.
yes. Hmm.
Um,
You know.
yeah, man. Who else? Who else? Give me an LL Cool J documentary. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
We need that. We
Give
need
me,
that.
give me, hell. What about Run DMC?
Exactly. All we got was the Jam Master who killed Jam Master Jay. Okay, well we know
Right?
that
Who
now.
killed Jam Master Jay? That's what
Right.
we got.
We know that now, so we know who the killers was. you know.
It's crazy how there's all this Takashi 6ix9ine
Hmm.
documentaries, but we can't get one documentary about our fucking hip hop greats and
Hmm.
shit.
Exactly.
Shit.
God
Six
have
nine,
mercy.
rat face motherfucker.
You said rat face.
Why you trying to?
Nah, man. Crazy.
I think Benny said it the best.
Mm,
Why do motherfuckers always have to prove their gangster on the internet and shit?
exactly. Like what is that? We already know you snitched. So what is he trying to prove by starting fake beef with Meek Mill? That is so whack.
Like you a bitch, you a pussy, you a fairy.
Crazy.
I'm gonna stay on for like 5 more minutes and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
give me some. Did you ever see the G Funk documentary?
Yes, 1G.
Was that good?
Yes, that was great.
That was great.
That's how you put respect on the artist. Cause I always felt like Warren G was underrated, and they made his whole documentary about him and his rise to fame and saving Def Jam in '94. That was great.
But I gotta watch that.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg is in it. Ice T is in it. A
Oh,
lot of West Coast heads is in that. Redman is in it because Redman was, oh not Redman. I'm thinking of the Souls of Mitchell documentary. But a lot of West Coast heads was in that Warren G one.
yeah.
Yep, that was good.
Yeah, I love the Rough Riders and No Limit documentaries. BT,
Yeah,
like, yo, BT, they've been doing on some good
yeah,
documentaries lately. I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie,
They have, and that they should stick to just doing that.
for
Just do
real.
those. Don't do nothing else. Just do the biopics into like a series and do the documentaries. That's it.
For real. I'm just like, okay, I don't know who's running BT now. Ever
Yeah.
since Debbie Lee, but they've been doing some shit.
Yep. That was good.
Now, if y'all can cut the sisters, the Tyler Perry shit, then
Right.
we
Yes.
might have some.
Exactly. He'll be back to prominence. As far as I'm concerned. I don't need a yearly annual BT awards. They don't show videos no more. So you know.
You know,
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie.
You said
As
like what?
much shit as we talk about the BT was, I really
Mm.
don't mind it because
You don't
it's like
mind?
a ritual for Black people. We watch
Right.
to see how
Yeah.
bad it is sometimes. Like sometimes they can surprise you how good
Mm.
it is, but sometimes
Right.
you watch, you just be like,
Mm-hmm.
"What the fuck?"
Yep. Like what
Like
is this? I used to look forward to the VMAs every year. I don't even look forward to the VMAs no more.
the VMA suck. They try
You know
so
what I
hard to
mean?
beat the BET awards. It's funny.
It's crazy.
Like especially when the VMA try to go all woke and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
wasn't this the same VMAs that
Mm.
even David Bowie, a white musician, had a question why y'all not playing no black videos?
Right.
Y'all don't even play music videos anymore. Why the hell y'all have a VMAs? That's the question.
Exactly. Exactly. They so obsessed with doing these reality shows. Now they bringing back the Real World New York. Like for what? Why do we need that again?
They're so obsessed with making teenage girls pregnant
Right.
for their fucking profit. That's what they're
Right.
obsessed with.
Bring back your MTV raps. Like I want to see that.
I don't know if I
T9
want to
OG.
bring back UMTV rap with some of these trash rappers though.
No, well, it don't have to be them. Let's just cut them out and just bring Griselda and Flea Lord and all the real cats that do hip hop still.
Like just bring back a music show. That's what I want to
Yes.
bring.
Yes,
Like
please.
give me a like if y'all make all these videos go straight to YouTube and shit
Mm-hmm.
like that. Come on, man. Y'all can
Right.
show them videos here and shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
If ridiculousness is popular with all them fucking vines
Mm-hmm.
and niggas getting hurt, then y'all can show a fucking video.
Exactly. I agree. I agree.
Y'all are so caught up with social media.
Yep. I'm like, why we need the real world reunion for what? For what? What? No, who's running to watch that? I don't understand.
And now I heard that Nick Cannon is back on Wild and Out.
Oh God, it's crazy.
You know they have him on a leash now.
Yeah, of course.
They have him on a leash because he
Yep.
apologized and shit. They got
Yep.
him on the circle.
He gonna be on best behavior now.
Right. He's
You
on
know.
watch.
Mm-hmm. For
Mind
real.
you, he had a white face. He did a white
Yep.
face years ago. Mind you,
Mm-hmm.
he's already on thin ice, and now and then the black community want to say, oh, he's all woke and shit. I
Oh
didn't
well.
forget some of the shit he's done.
Yep. For real.
Shit, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yep. You had babies with a half breed, so you know what I'm saying. So he his black card has been pulled a long time ago.
And he's just making Mariah more richer. That's
Right. Exactly. You know.
shit. Mariah's like, let me get them babies.
Yeah. For real. You
Let me
know.
get them babies checks. That's what Mariah's saying. Shit.
Crazy. Crazy.
Fuck y'all, and y'all motherfuckers over here calling Nick Cannon the next Tupac. Get the
Oh
fuck out of my
God.
face.
The next Tupac. How? What has he done that he can be considered the next Tupac? I don't understand this generation and the comparisons they do.
See, this generation, they just wanted Tupac so bad.
For what? They don't get it. He's a
They wanted
legend.
Tupac so
You
bad.
can't get that. Just like you can't get another Biggie or another Cool G Rap or Sean Price. They're
It's
legends for
like
a reason.
it's like they just have like a picture of Tupac just saying, "You,
Right.
we're not worthy. We're not worthy." And it's
Exactly.
like, come on, man. Like, be
There's no other
yourself,
Pac.
man.
For real. There's no other Pac. Pac is gone.
I mean, I
It's like
love
this.
Tupac, one of my influence, but you don't
Yeah.
see me rocking a bandana or shaving my
Exactly.
head.
Who would they? Who in this age now would they can look at and be like, oh, he's the next Pun? There's nobody. Pun is in a class by itself. You're not gonna say Post Malone is the next Pun.
Hell
You
no.
know, like come on, man. Is that's crazy.
But on that note, I'm about to call it a
Yeah.
night because I gotta get up to take
Yeah.
my friend to work and shit.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. This flat tire, man, kind of put a damp on my fucking night, but I'm gonna stay
Right.
awake tomorrow night. Fuck it.
No doubt.
But this has been real.
Yes.
Definitely fuck with it. This has been a dope
Big Pun.
review.
Yes.
Make sure y'all cop the Big Pun, yeah, baby. I
Yes.
want to say this album's out of
Out of print.
print.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's out of print.
unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, but y'all can it's not expensive, and so that's a plus. Make sure y'all stay safe this week and have a good day. Peace.
Yes. Peace.